Hey everyone, this is our last episode in Australia. Make sure you watch it to the end so that you can see our highlights reel for our upcoming passage. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. That way you will always be notified when we get new episodes up for you.
Crack-a-lackin'.
We have technically left Australian waters.
Well, no, that's not right. We've left Australia.
We've left mainland Australia for the Torres Strait. We will be hanging around Horn Island and Thursday Island while we wait for the perfect weather window to cross to Indonesia.
Yeah, so we'll be here for just under a week. We're planning on, so today's Friday, we're planning on leaving next Thursday, maybe Friday. So
We'll see.
We'll see what happens, but we're just going to check the area out, refuel, try and get some water, get a little bit more food, not too much fruit and veg because they'll take it when we get there anyway, whatever we haven't eaten. But yeah, it looks like a really cool area. There's a small sort of town on Horn Island, but a much bigger one on Thursday Island. So we're going to check both out.
It's been like 25 days since we've last been to a grocery store, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
the boat's still pretty well stocked with like your packet food.
Yeah, we've got everything we need. We ran out of like a lot of our fruit and veggie like a week or so ago.
Yeah.
But even then, like, oh, mind you, it was only probably a week ago we made like some good dinners with the rest of the veggies in it. We've still got pumpkin. We finished our potatoes today for our hash browns. We're having some roast pumpkin, and I think I have one more tomato left.
Yeah.
Yum. So yeah, we've done really well. We'll keep going round. We'll choose our anchorage off Horn Island, and we're heading into the Tiki Bar tonight for some dinner and drinks to celebrate making it to our exit point, basically.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Hey, excited, nervous. We'll see you soon.
Alrighty, we're getting close now. So, might be a bit hard to see still, but basically, that there is the tip of Australia. But we have timed it a little early for the change of tide, so hopefully there's not much of a current running through there, but I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll just put the main and the Genoa up, I would say, and just punch through there. Failing that, we might even just run the engines, be a bit safer, because I'm going to have the drone up as well. So, yeah, see how we go, but we'll see you in there.
Daniel, it's a nice amount of potato you got going on.
Yep. So we're just making some hash browns.
Nom nom nom.
So I've peeled the potatoes. We're just gonna give them a little grate, and yeah, that's about as far as I know, and I'm going back up to the helm and Holly can finish them off.
Yum yum yum.
But we're about to come around the most northern point of Australia, so we've done that by four-wheel drive. 9 years?
2019.
Okay, however many years ago that was. No, not 2019.
2019.
Right before my surgery.
Yep.
Okay. 2019. Anyhow, yeah, so we're going around the top. I'm going to try and fly the drone to get a photo of the sign with our boat in the background, because we've had a photo with us in front of the sign on our four-wheel drive trip, but I reckon it'd be pretty cool if we could get the boat in it. So, and then we'll do that, and then we're going to duck around to Horn Island. We've got a bit of refueling to do. Tender's out of fuel. Oh, we're down to our last tank, and we're going to try and get some jerry cans for the big boat of diesel.
We are very slowly sailing through Albany Passage, heading towards the tip of Australia. It's kind of strange being in between the islands and the top of Australia for the first time.
Pulling the spinnaker down at Cape York.
Are you alright? Go.
It's time for a quick jibe as we change direction to suit the wind. Can I pull the pulley thing? I'm going to release the spinifex today.
Are you pulling it up?
Yeah.
Oh, darn it.
We don't manage to pass the sign. It is fairly narrow and we aren't sure how strong the currents will be and how much it will delay getting to Horn Island, but it still makes for an amazing experience.
That right there is the very tippy top of Australia. I am here on the water instead of on the land for the second time. I was a bit younger, so I can't remember much. But there she is, the very top of Australia. That's an island. That right there is the top. Well, yeah, it's pretty cool.
We just had a very, very stressful drone moment. Poor Daniel. He was bringing it in for me to land and I just had it with the tips and it just it pulled itself out. And it went
Straight through, so you can see the Genoa pole. So it went straight to the Genoa pole, and then the Genoa's there, and then that line's there, and the railing's here. It's about a metre up and a metre across, and he flew it right through it, like that right there. Wasn't that bad, because my dad's a bloody legend, but he had to do back controls because it was flying backwards and everything. But that's just living life, Barry.
We've just been to the Taurus Hotel for a delicious pub meal. The meals were massive and delicious.
Cracking meals for so $128 it was.
123.
123. We got 2 chicken parmies, 2 kids meals. Oh, that light's going to play off on you again.
Yeah.
And 2 alcoholic drinks and 2 kids drinks.
Yeah.
It was
1 kid drink.
It was delicious.
yeah, crazy.
The water here is crystal clear.
Yeah, what a great little spot.
Yeah.
Righto, Auntie.
Oh,
Let's get this 10 up.
why don't we film it?
Why don't we film it?
If I can, I'm very tired.
This water is crystal clear and there is talk of diving because apparently the crocs don't eat
Don't have
divers.
humans here.
Well,
Apparently, like everyone does it here. Like
everyone's
all the locals.
talking about diving
All the locals.
for lobster
And fish.
and fish. Right. Well, yeah, you're both doing great. I'm going to turn this off. Welcome to Thursday Island. It is absolutely beautiful here. We went out last night to the Taurus Hotel for dinner. It was delicious. The water on the edge here is just like crystal clear reef. It is so pretty. We saw sharks feeding last night as we were walking past, little sharks. We had the big torch so you could shine it quite easily at them. We're off to go to the post office, do a workout and get a couple of bits of fresh food because we have not done shopping in 28 days, I think it is, basically. So nearly a whole month when you look at the fact that we did a lot of shopping in Cairns, like obviously a few days before we left. So it's been pretty much a month since we've had access to a grocery store, which is pretty cool. We've done really well. We are going for a little croc hunting expedition. I wanted to see one. Now that I'm up this like dark, dirty, muddy creek in mangroves, like, do I change my mind?
What?
Look at those snags.
Yeah. Oh, this would be great fishing.
Snags.
We're coming back, Ad.
And another snag, and I was right, there's snags everywhere.
Frost's got the mat out. Oh my god, look at that fish. This is cool, this is like the most promising system I've seen.
Is it getting a bit shallow? Hey Dylan, everybody. You're not my darlings, I'm afraid. I am doing a big cook up, so we are going to be replacing our Stop and Go gas bottle at the Minor 10 in Thursday Island before heading off on hopefully Thursday morning. So because I want to use lots of gas so that we don't swap a half full bottle, and B, want to have lots of treats and delicious goods for our 5-day passage, I have done a cook up. I have made a bunch of chocolate cupcakes, which are in the microwave to be safe from flies. There are so many flies here. I have a brownie in the oven at the moment, and I will make some icing shortly, so I'll have icing for the brownie and the cupcakes. And I'm making a batch of chocolate chip cookies,
which are very yum.
Lachlan's been trying to eat all the butter, which of course is delicious. But I'm going to make a bunch of cookies, so we will have plenty of fruit and goodies to keep us going, because on a passage, Dan and I will basically be taking 4-hour shifts for 4 days, so 4 hours awake, 4 hours sleep. Realistically, 4 hours awake, probably 2 hours of sleep if we're lucky.
3 hours sleep.
So we will need lots of energy. So yeah, cooking up storm, and then we'll be ready to go soon.
Yeah.
What up? Stolen the kids' pit vipers to walk to the front of the boat and say hello to Daniel, who has just finished.
Close.
Well, he's finishing his on the last one. He has been working on the trampolines, redoing all of the attachments to make them tight and smooth and safe.
Well, this one we were nearly falling through.
Yeah, about 4 had sort of undone and broken or slipped off.
So I did this one first last year and I didn't do that one. So that one was dying. I did that about a month and a half ago, which is still mint. So and this one had stretched again. So I'm thinking about replacing these, but with like the nice black netting ones, maybe in 12 months, 2 years, something like that.
If and when we have money, depending on where it can be done cheaply.
We've got none of that anymore.
The motor stole our money. Can I walk on it?
Well, I've just got one to go.
Not yet. So, Dan has been working. I've been inside doing computer work. And we are thoroughly enjoying the view and temperature at Thursday Island.
Absolutely love Thursday Island. It's like one of my favourite spots so far.
Yeah.
It's stunning.
The
people are wonderful. Like, super nice. Everyone says g'day.
Yeah.
Pubs are sick. Great pub meals. I'm in heaven.
Yeah.
It's not doing anything for my waistline, but...
It is beautiful though. We are anchored outside of Horn Island, but it's a short trip across to Thursday Island.
It's a cool little dinghy ride.
Which is it's a nice dinghy ride. There is actually reef. There's a big sandbar and some reef, and then more reef over on that side. A guy who's here at the moment, who was from our marina at Newport, dives. So apparently there's a huge diving community, like lobstering and crayfish catching and stuff. So yeah, he's like, oh, honestly, the water's crystal clear. You can dive down on the reefs, and the crocodiles aren't a problem. The crocodiles are up in like the Jardine River and the dodgy brown water way up there. They're not here. So yeah, the water is beautiful. We haven't actually gone for a swim, of course, but it's just magic country out here. We've all said that we would live here if we came back, but then we remembered that we're in the middle of winter, and it's still warm. It's between 25 and 28 degrees, which is absolutely gorgeous with a bit of a cool breeze. I don't think I would want to be here during summer. So, but it is magic. The people are lovely, and yeah, it's a perfect place to leave the country. Farmer Joe and his son are off to get our last bit of diesel and unleaded. It's our last day in Australia. Woo! It's our last day in Australia at Thursday Island. We haven't filmed too much of the nitty-gritty because just gets boring after a while. But today we have to do our final couple of fix-ups. The boat's pretty clean, but we need to re-clean. I'm doing a few big cook-ups. I've done all of my baked goodies the other day, and I am now doing a slow cooked pulled pork because I had some pork ribs the other day and they're amazing. Can't get pork in Indo. And I'm going to do a spaghetti bolognese and a beef stroganoff, I think, so that we've got all our passage foods cooked. Yeah, then we've got to go to Border Force at 1:30 to officially clear out of the country, and we'll run you through how that all works later on today. Peace, wish us luck that we get everything done. What's the good plan, Atticus?
I'm doing the inside windows.
Okay.
Because I just did the outside. What? Oh, hi.
We've got the cleaning ladies. Sadie's the cleaning ladies.
Yeah, just doing our last little bit of boat clean. We like to start a passage with a clean boat.
And this sort of needs to be the cleanest ever.
Yeah, so we check out today at 1:30. We've got to head over to Thursday Island. We're at Horn at the moment. Check out of there. We'll go for a final pub meal, get a chicken palmy, and then back to the boat. Watch the Origin tonight, which Queensland will win. And I already know that. And yeah, set off tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock.
Woo!
Starting to get a little nervous.
Last day in Australia.
Little nervous, but no, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Can I spray this? Hey guys, so while I'm doing my job, I've got my little stool with all my stuff. I've done the outside of all the windows. They're a bit dirty still, so I'm going to do the inside because I'm a slave. Just joking. I'm learning to be a deckhand on a big yacht when I'm older. One of the two. Or be a boat designer. Hello.
Last day in Australia. We are doing a bit of a rubbish run, hopefully our last rubbish run. Swapping our gas bottle over. I have cooked as much as physically possible in the last 48 hours to try and run out as much gas as possible. And then we are off to Border Force to check out. Check out of the country.
How good.
Woo.
Seems a little surreal.
It is surreal.
I've had plenty of nightmares about the boat breaking before being able to leave.
I had one last night.
Oh, it's a nightmare. It'll be all right.
Actually, we're getting a quick countery before we go to Border Force. We've had like 4 last ever Australia pub meals, but look, you can never have too many last Australian pub meals. We just call ourselves John Farnham.
Are we getting rid of that green boat?
Last show ever.
Who's John Farnham?
All right, it's official. We've just checked out of Australia. Ross and his wife are in there now doing the same thing, and we'll both head off tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock together. But
yep.
Yeah, we're just going to go and do a last few bits and pieces. We were going to swap the gas bottle over, but that's $90 to do here.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing that anymore.
So although I
we'll work that out in Indo.
physically used as much gas as I could to cook everything I could to waste gas. And then we found out it's $90 for a stop and go. So, but that's all right because I've made like a week's worth of food. So it doesn't really matter. And we'll grab a few bits and pieces, maybe a tub of ice cream, and we've got 24 hours basically to be out of the country.
Not even, well, yeah, 24 hours if we needed it.
It was easy, smooth.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The boys head out for their last tender in Australia. They check out a few creeks, avoid the crocs, and head back in time for dinner.
It's time. You ready, Pants?
As ready as I'll ever be. How's our first passage going?
It's going. She's a little rough.
been not very enjoyable. The seas yesterday were huge, and everything was on our beam. Really lumpy, really noisy. Overnight it was really lumpy, really noisy. So Dan and I are really lacking in sleep. I don't know how solo sailors do it. Kudos to anybody who's that brave, because yeah, 26 hours in, not really liking it. I was a bit more excited about the passage, thinking it would be a bit more fun than it's been, but Lachlan was vomiting yesterday. It's too rough and rolly to read or draw or do anything with the kids.
Wow. Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to welcome you to day 2 of our sail. It's been incredible. Yeah, had about 20 knots of wind, consistent all day. I've been pretty unwell, bit of a man flu, but Holly the Legends let me have a bit of a rest today, which is nice. So I'll be on night watch and just keep an eye on these little things. They look like nothing on the...
Actually?
Yeah. We're surfing the odd wave at 17.7 knots, which is fun, eh, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor Holly's not doing so well. She's her anxiety's playing up on her, and she's not loving the sea state. So she's back in having a rest, and mostly just laying there like this. Look at them. They're having a ball.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode and the snippets of what's to come. And as always, thanks to Craig, Clint, Ollie and BJ for being our top supporters. You guys make a world of difference.
It's a shame that the sun's not up high so you can actually see how many there are, but there would have to be hundreds of them here. Nah, they're right behind the boat, all the way in front of the boat, to the sides, everywhere.
This is really cool.
Oh look, there's babies out the back. There's a tiny little one with its mum out the back.
Holy crap, that's a big guy.